All right, and welcome back to my channel. Hi, I'm Teresa from 360 Handmade Bags, and welcome to my sewing studio. Today, I am going to be doing a first because I'm doing a lot of firsts on my YouTube channel, which is still fairly new and just a month old. I'm going to be doing a cutting out video for a pattern that was designed and developed by a friend of mine, Brenna, from Sunshine Stitches. But first, if you missed my YouTube live last night, because YouTube is a lot different than just doing a Facebook live. There are a lot of different settings and parameters that have to be set first. And I didn't know that. So I learned by my mistakes, like we all do. And now you can watch it as a replay because a notification didn't go out for my YouTube live because I didn't have it set to public. It automatically gets set as unlisted. Anyhow, so quickly, the mail opening was from Brenna. She had sent me a package, and she sent me some beautiful waterproof canvas with PVC backing. And I know that this is from Sam Fabric Creation in Quebec. So I'm going to post the link to Sam Fabric Creation to this cutting out video. So this is gorgeous. I have the waterproof nylon. I think it's a 450 denier that matches this, but Brenna knows how much I love purple. And then she also sent me this as well. So she's paying a lot of this forward. We kind of do that amongst ourselves, even though she's in the US and I'm in Canada. But look at these gorgeous purple, large purple roses. This is from Sam Fabric Creation as well. And then she sent me these roses too, more of an antique-y kind of rose. So it's all the same waterproof canvas with PVC backing. Sorry, Frankie's here. She's checking things out. All right, come on. Okay, Murphy's bugging because he wants to say hi. So we've got Frankie, we've got Murphy, we've got Teresa. All right, you go down, give me a kiss. All right, you be a good boy. Okay, he just has to say hi. She's going to get in the way here. Anyhow, and then also part of what Brenna sent me was these cute, she got them from Mormino, she said. Lauren Mormino's channel, and they're cute little labels that I can sew into my bags. Like I already have my Made in Canada labels. I mean, this one is example, made for the fairest of them all, because we all are. And this one I love. I have to find it. Okay, this is so, where did it go? Here it is. This is so cute. Of course, Fallen for You, and it has a little maple leaf, of course, because I'm Canadian, but these are all so cute that I can sew into my bags just as a little extra little surprise for people who order bags. And there's Murphy, because he's not getting the attention himself. He is picking on the cats. So, as he's apt to do. Oh, I missed one going in. So that was part of her little package. And then this was also part of it because what she and her husband Nate have done, she said they bought a CO2 printer and engraver, and they can cut acrylic templates and they can engrave them. So she had asked me to send her my logo. Isn't that sweet? It's a little key fob that I can hang on my bags. So there's a couple in the orange, and there's a couple in the green, and some clear. Oops, I'm losing them all. So these are really, really cute, and would make, you can probably contact Brenna through Sunshine Stitches on Etsy and have her make you some of these for your bags as well. So I'm going to put those over there. But what we're doing today is part of what Brenna sent me, because I was a pattern tester for her Magnolia Rae Traveler Pouch back in February, or January, February, when she was pregnant with her daughter, Magnolia Rae. And we were trying out this cute little bag. Oh, for crying out loud. I left mine over here. I wanted to show them off. So much for doing a video. Okay, so this is the Magnolia Rae Traveler Pouch. It is a cute little bag that goes on, and you make the strap and it goes around your tumbler. This is a 40 ounce or 42 ounce. It's a big one. I do drink a lot of water. But look at how cute this is. It's a Velcro strap that you make. You have on the side 2 D-ring connectors, so you can make the wristlet and you can make the crossbody strap as well. So I have the crossbody strap tucked inside, and also on the inside it has 3 card slots. Now I'm sure you can squeeze 2 card slots into each, 2 cards into each slot, but there's room enough for your phone in here. I have a large Samsung S23 Ultra. It's their biggest phone, and it fits in there perfectly. Mine has corners and it fits in there perfectly. So if you're looking for a bag that that is quite versatile for if you're going to the gym and you bring a tumbler, and it doesn't have to be a 40 ounce or 42 ounce or whatever it is I have here. That just happens to be mine. I don't have mine on tight enough. This is great just to carry your essentials and your phone so that you have it with you at all times when you're at the gym or you're out walking the dog or your baby or anything like that. I've seen people take this strap and they strap it around their arm so that when they go running, they can carry the pouch as well. But that is how it is on the tumbler. Let me turn it this way so you can hopefully keep seeing it. This is it as a crossbody. So this one is in this fabric here that I made it from. I made these back, I cut these out back in February because when the pattern was being launched on Jeannie's Designs, I wasn't able to make it to the sew along. I just had too much going on here at home. And so this is from Sam Fabric Creation, this gorgeous purple and orange, which I love the color combination of purple and orange, and this metallic orange vinyl as well. This is all from Sam Fabric Creation in Quebec. And this is also, this pink cheetah is also from Sam Fabric Creation. So I had 2 of each color combination cut out, ready to do the sew along. But this is the crossbody. This is really, really cute. Lots. You know, I didn't make this strap adjustable, but it makes a great crossbody. The little pocket or slip pocket on the back is where your removable strap goes for when you put it on your tumbler. So this one has the strap inside. I didn't make the wristlet. And I figure if anybody wants me to make the wristlet, then I will make it. But this is what we're going to be cutting out today because Brenna has her own Etsy store, Sunshine Stitches. And not only does she sell the pattern, which is the Magnolia Rae, and with all the instructions on Etsy, but she has also, because they have purchased a CO2 printer, she also has, you can purchase on her website on Etsy, the acrylic templates, and I'm not sure if they come in different colors. She sent me this neon yellowy green, but it shows you, you know, it has the engraving, it tells you the pattern piece and how many you have to cut out. So 2 exterior, 1 lining. There aren't any measurements on the pattern pieces, which is fine, so I can at least show it to you. But this is so cool. So right now I have all of these pieces of the template, the acrylic template, and I've never used acrylic templates before. So this is going to be a first, because when I print my PDF patterns, I print them out, you know, I download them, I print them out, and then I run each page through my laminator. Then I cut them out, so then I make my own little pattern templates so that they don't get, it's not just paper and they don't get wrecked. So that's what I do. But so this is going to be the first time that I use an actual template set. And look at what also she included in it. So this can also be used as a template if you want to do some applique on the front of a bag and use it as a little added design on the front of your bag. But there's a lot of pieces It also comes with this little cable tie so that when I'm finished with all of my pieces, each one has a hole, and then I can just loop them all together and keep them all together. And then up here behind me, you can see where my embroidery hoops are for my Brother Innovis NQ 3600D sewing and embroidery machine. And I'll be hanging these up there as well. So this is exciting for me because I have never used an actual template to cut out my patterns. I usually take my pattern piece, trace around on the material. I know I've seen other people like Barbie. I've watched her cutting out videos, and some people are so adept that they can take their rotary blade and whip, 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 whip. And I'm like, I might still go old school and trace around with a pen or a pencil and then cut out with scissors. But what I do when I organize my pattern pieces is I don't have a super huge amount of space. Usually over here is where I cut out all my patterns. But right now we're doing it right here on my the end of my, like, 2 feet wide of my sewing desk that my machine is on, because that's where I have my video recording set up. And I'll just trace, I organize, this is what I do. I organize my pieces so that all my exterior pieces I keep together, and then I'll cut them all out. And then if they need, and then if those pieces need lining, then I'll cut those out with it, and then interfacing as well. So I do mine in 3 stages. Maybe that's what everybody else does. I don't know. I just find that works for me, and I don't get confused. Now I'm just going to take this little cable and put it in here so I don't lose it, because I almost lost it when I unpacked it. Sorry, it's morning and coffee. And so what I'm going to be doing now, first of all, before I go any further, so Brenna, when I publish this video, Brenna is offering a 10% off discount on her pattern and all of her templates, everything in her Etsy store, until August 22nd, 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time, because I'm in Eastern Standard Time, so she's Central. And I'll link the code to this video, and then I'll link the code to the tutorial, because after this video is published, I'll be doing a tutorial on the Magnolia Rae. So 10% off everything in her Etsy store, Sunshine Stitches, using the code TREE60. Well, of course, because I'm Tree60 Handmade Bags. So Tree, TREE 60, and she has Tree all in caps. But I'll be posting the link so that after, when you see this video and you want to get yours right away, then you can order yours 10% off everything in her Etsy store, which of course is the Magnolia Rae pattern and the templates. Now, just to show you in the actual pattern, here's all the pictures of all of us gals who did tester bags. And this one here, the bottom, there's my tumbler. So this is one that I did for the tester bag. So I did mine in beige Mora faux leather from EMMALINE bags. And so I got in her pattern. I'm published, I guess if you can call it that. So yeah, I'll be posting the link for the 10% off. So thank you, Brenna, for that. That wonderful discount, because that helps a lot, especially these days. A little bit really helps. So this is what I'm going to be using to cut out my bags. I have a bunch of vendor craft markets coming up in the fall, so I want to get my inventory of little things, like small things like that, because people kind of tend to gravitate more towards those than the larger bags at craft shows. And I get to go, I got accepted into one I've been looking at, wanting to get in for a long time. It's the Apple Orchard Craft Market in Meaford, Ontario, in the first weekend in October. And it's huge. It's thousands and thousands of people. So I'm really excited I got in. And I've gone to it every year. I've never applied to get in. And it's a juried craft show. And so I had to send them pictures of the bags that I make, and they accepted me. I was very happy. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be making up a bunch of Magnolia Rays to sell at my vendor show, at the vendor markets, because I just don't have that. I have some Christmas ones and some fall ones. And so the first ones I'm going to be making they're going to have a Canadiana feel, because we are in a tourist area here where I live. I'm in Wasaga Beach, so we're in a tourist area, and all around the Golden Horseshoe is what it's called. It follows the Niagara Escarpment all the way up to Tobermory, and the whole area is major tourists. So I'm making mine out of red and white. This is the Rex faux leather from EMMALINE bags. So this is the red. It's more of a tomatoey red, but I'm going to make a bunch of them out of this red to start. That will be the main body and probably the strap, and then the front of the bag is the white more Rex faux leather from EMMALINE. So the front panel I'll just be cutting out in white, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to embroider a red maple leaf on it. And anybody who's wanting a Canadiana kind of bag, these are going. I'm really hoping that they will be top sellers at my at the craft show. So also, because this is a fairly thin faux leather. Typically I use the Mora faux leather from EMMALINE bags. This is thinner, but it can be interfaced. You can iron on. The interfacing I use is the EMMALINE bags EB Fuse Heavy Woven, and it really creates a nice structure, not super structure, but it's really stabilizes well. And then of course, if I want to have a heavier stability to it, I can just double up in layers. But for this bag, I am going to be using foam on the exterior pieces, and I am using Annie's. It's the original foam stabilizer. Soft and Stable is what this is called. So this is what I'm going to be using in my pieces as well. All right, so let me just get organized, and let me just get organized, and I'll start cutting out and start getting everything ready. Alrighty, so I forgot to mention is the lining that I'm going to be using is this gorgeous red waterproof nylon pack cloth from EMMALINE bags. It's a 400 denier weight, and it makes a beautiful lining. It has a nice sheen to it. So that's what I'm going to be using for the lining. I'm just going to tuck that away for now. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be cutting out piece A, which is the main body. Now you need 2 exteriors for 1 bag. But what I'm going to be doing, because I know I'm going to be making 4 or 5 of these bags for my vendor show, because I have the white Mora or the white Rex faux leather out already, I'm going to trace 5 of these, because there's going to be 5 that I need for the front of my bag. So I'm just going to line up. Let me move you down so you can see. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up. We all know how to cut out patterns. And I'm tracing. I'm going old school. I don't use my my rotary cutter on this, but I go old school, and I'll just cut this out with my scissors. Maybe I'll cut 6, and I'll make 6 bags at the same time. Just an even number. I like even numbers, but boy, does using the templates make a difference. Holy smokes, it is fast. It wouldn't take me this. It would take me longer just using my laminated ones. Look at how fast this is. And boy, does it ever glow. I have my ring light up here, and these are just glowing. They're neon. So just trace around. Okay. I'm only going to, we all know how to cut. Do I need to cut everything? I might as well. So I'm just going to cut them So I have the 6 fronts done. So I know I'm going to be making 6 bags when I eventually do it. I won't make them all during the tutorial. Okay, that aside. All right, so I'm not going to cut these out and bore you. We all know how to cut around a pattern. All right, so this is piece A. What did I do with my pencil now? Oh, all right, so I am just going to mark them all with an A, although I know that. And I'm doing this all on the underside, on the wrong side. So I know that when I cut all of these out, they are going to be the front panel of my bag. And then I'm going to be embroidering a red maple leaf on every single one of these. And you'll see that in the video as well. So I'm just going to put these aside, the 6 that I've marked out there. And I'm going to get my, the red Rex. I'm going to be using a bit of this. So I'm going to, I might as well map out 6 of these as well, because I know I'm going to be making 6 bags. So I'll do that as well. Oh, okay. So I thought, why would anybody want acrylic templates? You know, like, I thought my method of printing out the pattern and then laminating it was pretty good. This makes it so much easier to trace around the pattern piece. And I can't believe how much faster this is. The only thing for me with the acrylic templates is I don't have a lot of storage. I would have to have some place. I know people, I think, have pegboards or something that they can hang their templates off of. You know, if you have any ideas, drop those ideas in the comment of how you store your templates. Okay, I'm just going to mark them all with an A, just so I know. Usually when I have my printed out pattern piece and I cut my pattern piece out, I always clip this to the piece that I have cut out. So I keep the pattern piece together with the fabric that I've cut out. Because they're thin, you can clip them to it. And I can't clip the template to them because they're just too thick. So that's why I'm marking all my pieces with the letter main. It's the main body, and I've got A. So when you're doing the main body, you cut 2 exterior and 1 lining. So I'm going to put this aside because I need to cut out a lining and I need to cut out also the foam. So I'm just putting that aside because I know I'm going to need that for the lining. So my next pile that I'm doing will be lining. I'm going to move these guys out of the way because I will knock them over. All right, so I have done that. My coffee's in the way now too. Okay, so that's pattern piece A. I've got 6 of the white and 6 of the red. So I have my front and back now. And now I'm going to do piece H, the removable back strap connector. So I'm going to do 6 of these with the exterior because I'm making 6 bags. And if I run out of the Rex, I'll have to order some more. But I don't think I will. And I have other red as well. So these are, wow, I'm liking the templates, Brenna. I'm liking how fast it is. Now I know why people get the templates. It makes it so much faster. Maybe I shouldn't have done 6. I'm hoping I have enough. I should. And if I don't, then I'll just cut enough for the 1 bag that I'll do the tutorial. All right, that's H. And I don't need a lining and I don't need the foam. So now I'm just putting H out of the way because I don't need it. All right, let me just see what other pieces that I'm going to need that I don't want to run out of. Okay, so this is the wristlet strap, piece I. This is B, the zipper panel. I need that definitely. The C, lower gusset piece, definitely need that. And the D-ring connectors definitely need that. I should have enough for everything. I'm going to leave the wristlet strap at the moment, and I'm only going to cut out enough to finish one bag if I can. And none of these pieces are cutting on the fold. So right now I'm going to do, I'm just going to line these up. That's longer. Okay, that's the longest one. Okay, so I'm going to take the zipper panel, piece B, and I need one exterior and one lining. So I'm just going to, the Rex, I'm just going to line it up here against these pieces I've already mapped out. The Rex, you don't need, there's nothing directional to worry about. I tend not to get fabric that has to have a direction. I don't know why, I get confused. Okay, so I've got one exterior is all I need for the zip piece B, the zipper panel, for one bag. So I'm going to put these aside, and if I have room to, if I have enough fabric to make more, then I'm going to do that. So I'm going to swing this around. Okay, so I'm going to use, because I like to fit things. To me, sewing and mapping out patterns, it's like a jigsaw puzzle, and I love jigsaw puzzles. So right now I'm going to take piece C, which is the lower gusset piece, and I need one exterior. So this can line up right up alongside the line that I made for the back panel. Okay, I am really liking using templates. Okay, Brenna, you've created a monster. Wow, talk about faster. All right, so that's C. I'm just going to put that aside for now. And then I need one. Okay, I'm not doing the wristlet strap at the moment. I can always do that later. So I'm going to take piece G, the D-ring connector, and I need two of those. So I'm just going to run them along here. Because one thing about the Rex, I can always order more from EMMALINE bags. And EMMALINE bags also, if you have an order that's $75 or more, you get 10% off. So that's a savings as well. And they have some new faux leather out called the Prairie. It's called Prairie, and all prairie colors. It's gorgeous. I don't know how it shapes up against the Rex and the Mora faux leather, because the Mora faux leather is, I love. Okay, so this is piece G, the D-ring connectors, and I had to do two of those. Now we've got the little tiny one. Don't ever lose this little piece. It's the strap end. It's the strap end piece to make your little ends for your crossbody bag and your strap connector for your Velcro, your tumbler strap. So I'm just going to cut. Well, I have to cut 4 of them. So it fits in this little tiny spot. Cut 4. Oh, that fits all perfectly. Okay, but yeah, I think I'm really liking the templates. I might have to find a place to store all these. Okay, so that's piece F. Okay. And the wristlet strap. So I do have room to do one wristlet because I do want to do the whole pattern. Will that fit in there? No. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to do it on this end. And then that way I have room to do other pieces to finish off this Mora or this Rex. All right. And Frankie's coming around the corner. So this is piece I. This is the wristlet. Okay, so let me see what we have here. Okay, so I'm going to cut one more zipper panel for one more bag. And like I said, I'll just order more of the Rex. Okay, and then I'm going to need a lining. And I'm going to fit the other piece C up here. Don't you decide to lie on my fabric, Frankie, because you tend to do things like that. This is her room, or at least she thinks it's her room anyways. Okay, so that's piece C. So that's the lower gusset, one exterior, one lining. I might have enough room to even get another one out. Okay, and I need 2 D-ring connectors. I'll do them on the edge here. I'm not going to bore you guys with cutting all of these out. I just want to show you, because it's a surprise to me how wonderful it is to use these templates. Okay, so these are G. So I have enough for 2 there. So I only need the exterior. I'm just going to put that aside now. I don't need linings. And then I'm going to cut out more of these little strap tabs for 2 more bags. Maybe I might be able to fit more into this, but I kind of like doing it this way. 1, 2, and I'll do this one. Okay, so that's F. Looks like a dog's breakfast right now. But you know what? I'm making use of every single piece of fabric that I can. Okay, I might be able to get another set out. This is another B. I might be able to get 3 cut out of this. Would be great. Okay, B. And another C. Will it fit in here? No, it'll fit along here though. Okay, C. And I will cut this. I will cut the wristlet out later. Did I even cut one? I don't even think I cut one yet. Okay, I can take, oh yes, I did cut one wristlet. Good, because I want to have one for the, when I do the tutorial. Okay, so that's C, B. I think I have them all. No, I need a G. To make 2 more of these G's and 4 more of these F's, the strap tabs. And everything just fits perfectly on this. I'm really happy with that. Okay, that's done. And then I need 2 more of the G for the D-ring connectors. Line it up here. Wow, I am amazed. Here I have like 3 bags almost all ready to cut, already mapped out. That's what I call it. I call it mapping out. I have 3 bags and 3 half ones done, all ready to cut out the exterior. And it would have taken me, with my method, with the laminating pieces, you know, but that's what I have room for. But so there's all my exterior all ready to go, along with the white for the front panel. All right, so I'll put that aside and then I'll cut that after. Now with the lining, I'm only going to cut out enough for 1 bag at the moment. Come on, put things up here. Okay, so for the lining, I want to cut piece D, the card slots. You need 1 lining. Piece E, card slot wings. Then I'm going to need, for the exterior body, piece A, 1 lining, because the card slot construction will make the front panel lining. So I'll only need one lining for the back panel, and I'll need one lining for piece C, the lower gusset, and one lining for piece B, the zipper panel. Now, one of the things that I always forget to look for, or when I know it when I'm cutting the pattern piece out, is make sure you watch about cutting it on the fold, because I sometimes miss that. I don't know, just me and my eyes. All right, so that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to cut the card slots. I'll cut out one set, or mark one set. Let's see if I have enough of this to do it. Fabric everywhere. All right, let's see what we've got for this size. Do it on the wrong side. This is probably not long enough. No, that's not long enough. I know this is. I have this in pieces. Okay. It's going to be going on the right side. I'll be cutting it. Actually, here's a long stretch right here. So that's the fold. Oh, it'll fit right here. So I'm only going to cut one of these at the moment on the fold, and it just happens to be the fold of the fabric. Okay, I'm hooked. I'm just hooked. All right, I'm going to cut it out now just because I need these pieces. So don't forget, on Brenna's Etsy store, Sunshine Stitches, you use the code TREE60 and you will get 10% off everything. She just has the one pattern at the moment. You will get 10% off, and you'll get off the pattern and the templates. And I'm going to say get the templates, because I'm telling you, this is a game changer. Okay, so there's my card slots. I'm going to mark the underside with D. It's not going to work. My pencil won't work, and I have to use a pen. Okay, so D. Nothing wants to work. Card slots. Okay, so I'm just doing the one, and I'll put that there. And then the other piece for the card slots, I know it's here somewhere. Card slot wings. Okay, so I cut two of those. This is why I don't buy directional fabric, because I use every single little piece I possibly can. Let's see if that will work, because I'm going to be cutting two of them. I'll do it diagonal. That's not going to work. Okay, let's do it the old-fashioned way. Do two. Because it's so fast just to do these all, you know, it would have taken me forever before to map out each piece. Because sometimes fabric doesn't fold, and you have to mark them out each individually. But using the template, oh, it makes it so much easier. I'm just cutting these out right now just because I need these little pieces for the other things, possibly. Let me know in the comments also if you think that there is value in me doing cutting out videos. I'm curious to see what people think. If you feel that doing a cutting out video is worth doing, and would you watch it? Or, you know, I mean, maybe a brand new bag maker might, And I'm just going to mark on the back the piece number. And I'm going to keep it clipped with my card slot piece. But I'd really like to know if people find value in a cutting out video. I've never personally watched cutting out videos before. Okay, so I'm just going to put those aside because I don't need anything else. So I've not really ever kind of watched them. I have sometimes, but I'm just wondering if there is value and if you find that maybe it might be, you know, if that's something I should continue to do or not. Just seeing what pieces are going to fit with some of these template pieces. Those, oh, maybe that one. But yeah, that would be something I'd be curious if it's worth, if it's something that people might be are interested in. I'm trying to find a piece that fits. Okay, so this is one exterior, one lining of the lower gusset. I actually have a piece that's going to fit. I keep all my little pieces because, as you can see, you can use them. But boy, this makes lining up on the edges of your fabric so much easier. So right now I'm only cutting one. I only need one of the lower gusset piece, piece C. So one exterior, one lining. I'm not the best cutter, so I'm just going to clip this together with my other lining pieces just to have them. Okay, so that's done. Now I need one lining for the zipper panel, and I know these pieces aren't going to fit. I already measured them with the shorter piece. Here we go. So I just need one of those, no cutting on the fold. Good. I had to wait to do this video because it's garbage day today. And the garbage trucks actually came around early this morning. Like, we're supposed to have everything out by 7 o'clock in the morning. And usually ours, they don't come around because we're at the far end, the back end of our where I live, and we're always the last to get done, but they started with us first. So that was a bonus because I was able to do the I was able to get this video done earlier than I thought. Sorry, I'm kind of doing this awkward because I'm moving my arm around my sewing machine. Like I said, I usually cut everything over here. Okay, so this is piece B. Pencil doesn't want to work on there. Okay. And I just need one of those of the piece B. And I think that's, oh no, I need these guys for the lining. Okay, Frankie, you have to go down. Go on, that's a girl. You're sitting on everything and I need it. Jeez. What is it about cats, eh? They have to lay on everything. All right, so now I need one lining of the exterior. For one bag, but I know I'm doing a total of 6, which I'll cut out after. Because I do need this pattern piece for the foam. Pencil didn't want to work very well there. This pack cloth from EMMALINE bags is really, really nice, and it's not, I mean, the prices on her website aren't very expensive either. I don't find, if you use glide thread, which if you watch Juki Junkie, they mention glide thread quite a bit. And EMMALINE Bags has glide thread, and it's I think $5.99 a spool. It's not very expensive. Okay, so there's my pattern piece A. I'm just doing the one lining piece for the one bag. Okay, let's just fold all this. I'll just stuff everything, all my little pieces up in here for now. Then I'll fold it all up better later before I put it away. Okay, so now what we're going to do is the foam. I'm trying to remember if I did foam, if I just did the foam on the front and back exterior pieces. Okay, so I did foam here, I did foam here. No, okay, so just the front and back pieces I did the foam. And you don't have to, it just all depends on what structure you want your bag to be as well. Like I know the Rex faux leather is not very, it's pretty thin. All right, so I need, get this open. Sorry, it's going in front of the camera. All right, let's map all this stuff out. I'm going to use my pen. Because I know, well, like I said, I've got 6 bags that I'm going to do. So I might as well do 12 pieces because I need a front and back for each one of them. And then, of course, if this winds up being too big, you can always cut it down. I just, like, this blows my mind about how fast I'm able to do all this. It would have taken me all of this time just to do one. So definitely think about the investment of the templates, because like I said, I think I'm a convert now as far as templates are concerned. Look at this, I have 6. And I'm not the greatest tracer because I know my cutting isn't the greatest either. So I know that I'm going to be fixing some of this with the edges when I cut things. But I mean, it just makes it just makes tracing so much faster. Oops. See, my desk isn't big enough. But for the cutting out, I will... Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to make enough for 6. I might as well cut all the foam out now since I have it and get it all done. I'm okay if that corner's not quite going to fit. Okay, so I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I need 2 more. Oh, sorry. I will do them up here. And like I said, I'm not going to bore you with sitting here cutting all these pieces out. I'll cut them all out later because I'll need a box to put everything in. But look at that. Oops. Look at how fast that all went with the templates. I have all that marked out. I think I have everything I need. Like I said, I just cut the one lining set for the one bag, but I have 5 more to do because I'm doing 5 bags. And I have all of my Rex mapped out and all of my white panel. So I am just blown away, Brenna, with your templates and how much easier it made the job done of doing all of this mapping out, and now I just have to cut it. Now, one of the things is I sent Brenna, I had purchased from Facebook Marketplace a used Brother Scan and Cut. it's an older model. It's a CM 350. And I purchased that thinking, oh yeah, this is, I'm going to use it to cut out my fabrics and all of that because it can do that. And I didn't really take the time or have the time actually to figure out how it was being used. Just let me move you up here a bit. So I didn't really have the time to figure it all out. Something like that would be perfect for cutting out your pieces here. Mind you, but using the templates on here, I'm telling you, this is a game changer. I can't believe how fast I did all of this. Now, of course, I have to sit and cut it all, but all of this time, just to do one bag with tracing around my laminated pattern pieces. Not that that's not a bad idea, you know, it works as well, but this is so much easier. You can definitely trace things faster. I think that was what, half an hour, 45 minutes tops. And that's with me gabbing a lot, which is normal, you know, and also the stuff that I talked about at the beginning. So get your patterns. Order your patterns now from Brenna's store on Etsy, Sunshine Stitches. I'll post the link in this cutting out video for the 10% off her pattern and her templates. These are great. I love them. And then we will see you. The next video will be the tutorial of me making this bag. And I'll only do the one, but what I want to show you is how I also do the embroidery on the front panel with the maple leaf, because I can see that this bag is going to be a great seller at the craft markets that I'm going to be doing in the fall and Christmas, especially in this area. We're a big tourist area and a lot of people are looking for Canadiana stuff too. And I'm looking forward to that, but I'm looking forward to getting these made. And we'll get the tutorial after I get everything cut up. I will start recording the tutorial. So Sunshine Stitches on Etsy. Tree60 is your code to get 10% off everything, her pattern and her templates that her and her husband Nate make themselves. When you submit an order, they will make the templates for you. And the sale ends at 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I'm in Ontario. That would be like Alberta time. So from Ontario, it's 2 hours. They're 2 hours behind. And I will link the code, and it's August 22nd is the deadline. And I'll link the code in the description box of this video. Please let me know if you find value in watching cutting out videos, if it's something that you would like me to continue to do. I definitely wanted to do this because I wanted to show off her templates. And that's where I was going, sorry, with the Brother Scanning cut, because I do digress. Anyways, I wasn't getting any use out of it, and it was just taking too much. I just don't have the space to store it. And I thought, I know somebody who, excuse me, can give it a good home, figure it all out, and make use of it. Also, she's a teacher, so Brenna would be able to use it for whatever she needs in her classroom as well with her kids. And what the heck, it crossed the border. It made its way down to the US, and these made their way up from the US to Canada. So you know what? We're still all friends, Canadians and Americans, and that's great. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Thank you so much, Brenna, for sending me these and trying them out and showing them off in this cutting out video. I can't wait for the tutorial that I'm going to be doing, making your Magnolia Rae Traveler Pouch bag named after your baby. And get your pattern, guys. Get your pattern, get your templates. These are a game changer. I would never have thought that I would ever use templates, and they have value. It makes a big, big difference. Like I said, I've talked more than this mapping out everything on my fabric. So, all right. Sunshine Stitches on Etsy. Tree60 is the code to use for your 10% off until August 22nd for the Magnolia Rae Traveler Pouch pattern and templates. All right, thanks so much, and we'll see you at the tutorial.